And we're live with the Waiting Room Up podcast. Welcome, Weish. Thank
Hi,
you
thanks
for
for having me.
Welcome.
Weish from dotgif. You get it right there.
That's good.
You know,
Dotgif. Straight away,
it's
I got
up
it
to
wrong.
you, man.
Straight away, I
It's
got it
all
wrong.
good.
No, it's your bad. You
That's
tell me.
just
I didn't
Derek.
pronounce-
That's just Derek.
It's just me.
That's just there, yeah.
So, Weish, tell us about working in a zoo.
Tell you about working at the zoo.
Yeah.
How
tell us
did
about
you
working-
know that about
I
me?
did some
That's a
research.
that's a great first question. It's like from a past life. I was like, did I hear you wrong or amazing?
No.
Oh,
I seen a 2014 interview from you today, like from
oh
when you were in
damn, I don't even
Malaysia.
remember
You know, you was
saying
in
it.
Malaysia. Yeah, you said you used to work in a zoo. So I was going right. I have to interject this into the podcast. This is too good.
Perfect. I love talking about the zoo.
Well, tell us about the zoo then.
Sure. Where do I begin? It was sort of a part-time gig while I was in uni, and then I was just kind of earning money on the side lah, to pay to go to gigs and buy beer at gigs kind of situation.
Nice.
I was at the zoo almost 2 years, part-time, but that was like almost every day or every other day of the week.
Cool.
Like you're in before the break of dawn, you spend the first couple of hours shoveling some shit, and then
Literally,
Literally.
shoveling
Oh, no,
shit.
yeah.
Literally shoveling
Like,
shit.
do you know when pygmy hippos poop, they
Kinda
have the
sprays.
self-cleaning thing
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the brush of their tail kind of just constantly like just wipes their ass as they go,
does
so
that,
they're
yeah.
very clean,
Okay.
but the rest of their environment is just awful. So when you
Oh
go
my
in the
God.
morning, it's like woo, literally like shit hit the
What a way
fan.
to start my morning.
Yeah, thankfully I wasn't the hippo keeper, so I didn't have to deal
Okay.
with that.
Where did you work? What did you work in?
Actually, I was a show presenter, so I was the dude who went around with a microphone, and when
Okay,
the
cool.
big auditorium shows weren't going on, I was the person with like a little mic and a little amp, sort of going around, be like, "Everybody, come here! The baboons are being fed now. Hi, child, you want to throw banana? Come here." And then I'll remember every monkey's name. I'll know exactly which family of monkeys and their mother, the father, the child.
How many
Memorizing
monkeys
like
are we talking about roughly?
spider monkeys, orangutans, the gibbons, all kinds of apes and primates, and I remembered all their names and all their facts. Like this was a lifetime ago, so I don't remember them now. But like what they
Do the animals
eat.
work on shift? Do the animals
Uh,
work on shift?
The show animals do actually. So all the other regular animals are just chilling, right? And then once in a while the fella comes and they're being fed, and then they have to eat in front of everyone because everyone wants to watch them eat. People want to throw in the food. But the show animals are the ones that have been trained to for the shows. So there's a rainforest show where you have like tropical animals come, and I had like lemurs jump on me and eat a banana from behind my ear.
Oh man.
And I had a frozen pack of cockroaches in my pocket, so that as they are thawing and it's time for the ducks to come out halfway through the show, like it's part of a story, right, for kids, then you hope that it doesn't thaw too quickly. You scatter the frozen cockroaches on the floor so the ducks will come out on cue, and it was great. It was a horribly dirty job, but it was amazing. Like I
If the-
enjoyed so
Was
much.
they imported from
If-
JB? The
Yeah,
cockroaches
and learning
imported?
about humane ways as well. Yeah.
If the cockroaches thaw,
Dude, yeah,
do they come back to life?
Oh yeah,
Do they?
yeah.
God
I
damn
just
kind of-
evil.
I just watched this documentary and it focused at one point of it. It focused on these frogs who lived in the northern
Oh,
side
yeah,
of
I've
the
seen
world.
that, yeah.
And what happens is throughout winter or the length of how cold it is, they have certain chemicals in their body that prevent their insides from freezing up. Their outsides do.
Whoa.
And then when the sun comes up and they thaw, they are just back to life again, man.
Isn't that?
Since we're talking about
Is that
since we're
how
talking
you-
about frozen animals, you know that the microwave was created to thaw hamsters. Was created
Wait,
yeah
hold up.
in labs. Was a humane way to thaw frozen hamsters they were using in labs apparently. So that's how microwaves work.
Hold
yeah.
up. I
So-
really need to look that up right now.
Yeah. Because
What?
I've seen documentaries on the invention of microwave before, and there was nothing about hamsters in it.
No, check it out. This is I just saw this.
It was
I'm not
these physicists and their food got cooked when they didn't want it to get cooked because they were beside a machine that was pumping out radiation. I don't know about this, Asmal. You're suspect.
No,
You're
but it's
suspect.
no, I just saw that, man. You saw it a while back. This is fresh information.
Fresh information.
Fresh.
God.
The freshest, the most reliable.
So,
But
so-
wishes is the most natural.
Yeah,
Just
so essentially-
throw on the floor and
essentially working the zoo, you were doing performance anyway. You were performing for an audience.
performing.
Kind of, yeah. And it was great because like we were all friends and we were all kind of playing pranks on each other, right? And I'd have a little earpiece where I could hear what all the keepers and their animals that were about to be released onto stage with me were telling me there. So I'd have to be like, look, kids, and then the eagle or the cockatoo comes flying or whatever, right? And then in my ear would just be a keeper being like, sorry, Bang, today Pinky not flying, think of something.
That improvise lah.
Hey, today the fella not feeling it. He's not flying to your arm. Just do something else. I'm like, okay, never mind. Like it was just chaos. It was really fun, and learning about like how to train and work with animals in humane ways, and like questioning some of the, especially the elephant show that was eventually discontinued because it was actually quite cruel to some.
I went to the elephant sanctuary here in Malaysia, and it was literally one of the most depressing things I've ever been to because you can see it in their eyes. You can see the pain and sadness in the elephant's eyes, and my wife's friends, they came over from Ireland, and we'll go to the elephant sanctuary, and went there, and I was just like going. I was just depressed afterwards. I just need to get away from this. It's awful because you can just see it. Because they had them walking around and doing tricks, and then people were getting to wash them and stuff like that. There, and these animals, they don't want it. They just do not want to be part of this at all. Like you can see the pain in their eyes. It's just horrible.
So
Yeah.
that means,
Horrible.
with your time working in the zoo, was it apparent to you, not just with elephants, but with the other animals as well, that, that did it seem like they didn't realize where they were or what they were doing, or this
Right.
wasn't the natural way?
I only actually really felt it with the elephants because the rest of the animals, it was like a reward system, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I want you to appear here and there's like banana or there's like cockroach or there's mealworms, and they're just kind of following the food and nobody's getting hurt and nobody's doing anything unnatural. With the orangutans, I felt like the orangutans and their keepers had a really strong relationship. Like I watch in the morning, I just watch this badass orang keeper just coming in like, Satria, fetch my coffee. And the fella, like the orangutan just be like, top of the morning to you, sir. And like, like go grab his coffee, grab his newspaper, like a friend.
What?
And they would sit together and just chill. And I felt like that felt like a genuine relation. They're very loving towards each other, even though they had to like go out and mingle with kids. I don't know how comfortable they were, but it seemed chill.
Yeah.
The elephants were the only ones that had like slight, I guess, some punitive, because the mahouts, when they're riding them, they have small spikes on the side of their feet.
They make them go left or right.
Yeah, but when I questioned it, they were like, "Oh, their hides are so thick that it just feels like this." But I don't know. They did have a relationship, though. I did feel like there was love, and the mahouts treated them with a lot of respect. But
is it kind of like a Stockholm syndrome type relationship, where that sort of thing going on, like where it's like, like what I seen in like. Even though it's an elephant sanctuary in Malaysia, like you can just see that they're not happy. You can see not an animal who's not happy where it is. Like even though they're getting fed, they don't have to worry about food and stuff like that there. And the people who are watching them obviously care for the elephants, but like you can just see the pain in their eyes.
Just look at us in lockdown, man. Are you happy in lockdown?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even Gaddafi.
And